Welcome back, guys, to the power of community with the real Jesus Ortiz. How is everybody doing today in this blissful Friday? I'm recording this right now. It's Friday. Yesterday was Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody had an amazing, grateful, blissful Thanksgiving with your family or whoever you were surrounded with. I know I'm so excited that I have started the Power Community with the real Jesus Ortiz. This is my new podcast. I know I don't have a lot of episodes out. Even I'm being authentic today. I'm sitting down here and I just actually finished doing a podcast with one of our clients. They just finished, they left, and I already sent them everything. They just take me back right after I just finished this. They said they got everything and they're happy about it. And they were happy about it when they got here. So sometimes you gotta be authentic. I think I don't want to call it a topic today. I'm just sitting here and I don't want to get into it like a whole hour. I just want to get here and sit down and just and spit out about authenticity on today's episode. Like I said, I wasn't even gonna do this. That's how authentic I am. I wasn't gonna sit down and do content because I already know I'm already sitting down and creating a list of guests that I'm gonna bring to the power of community with the real Jesus Ortiz. But today I'm just gonna sit down and spit out authenticity and just spit out the word, of what is coming out from me today. And guys, man, everyone out there that is watching me today, whenever I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, whenever I'm gonna cut up shorts and reels to send out there for our social media platforms. Yeah, I didn't even have to say none of this stuff. I could get just right into it, right? Hey, man, life it's tough. Life is gonna get tougher before it gets easier. No matter what spot of your life, of your industry or career or entrepreneurship or business owner, is gonna get tougher and tougher before it gets a bit easier for you. A bit easier. And when I say a bit easier, is because even though it's tough and it gets easier and simpler, but that's up to you if you're gonna make it simpler and easier for you to understand it for you, because it can be tough, and then at the times that it gets easier it gets back to be tough because of you just decided that, oh man, I passed the bridge of this toughness that I was going through, and how it feels good and relief is good. You have to feel that way. You have to feel that relief of being like, it was getting tough. It was getting tougher and tougher. I was about to quit. I was about to just give up on me, on myself, not nobody else. I'm not wanna blame nobody else, to blame myself. And then it gets easier. And like I said, it gets tougher again, easy and tough. And it might happen. Who knows? We cannot predict life. But remember to believe in you. Remember to actually go towards your life and be like, I do believe in God. I do believe in myself, even though I have to work on myself in so many aspects of levels of my life, within myself and within God too. I'm not here to push religion. I'm not here to push you to believe in God or not to believe. I have friends that believe in God. I have friends that are atheists. I have friends that they're barely finding themselves, and then trying to find out if there's God or whatever it is. It's okay. I'm not here to do none of that. Once again, you have to be authentic to you. You have to be authentic to yourself. No matter how life hits you, no matter how it's gonna, I don't want to say ruin, but like I said, I've been going through a lot of things right now that I'm being authentic. I'm aligning myself with God, within myself, within my spirit. And a lot of things are happening the way that I want them to happen, not because of me, because of God. He's aligning things already because he sees that I'm ready to do it. He sees that I'm getting into that part of my life that I'm finding my purposes, my gifts, my calling, even though I knew pretty much some of them what they were, but I wasn't ready. I was too confused. I was too all over my head. Even at this moment and point of life, I'm still internal stress. Like it kills me the inside. A lot of things in my life that it's happening to me, and I pray to God to just take these things away from it because they do affect you. They affect you, mind, your mental health. It affects you, and I know a lot of us here, guys. I'm talking to you guys, man, and as well as women. We don't say what we want to say, even if it's in video or not, or you just sit down and talk to your mom or somebody close to you. Talk to them. We need to talk to that person. And sometimes you need to talk to yourself. And while you're talking to yourself, you're actually talking to God. But you need to, our mental health is very important. And sometimes all these crisscrosses going around us and knowing that, man, business is good, but it's not there yet. It's picking up, but I'm still working paycheck to paycheck. I'm just paying bills, but I mean, my car breaking. I'm putting myself right here on it. My car has to fix, some tires. I gotta fix. What else? It's the tires. My air broke down. The heater doesn't work. The cooler doesn't work. Sometimes I think that that's the devil just trying to get you back, and it affects you your mental health. Trust me. And I wanted to do this today because this is something important. Mental health on man and mental health on woman, on all of us, because we don't want to talk about this. We don't want to talk about what's going on right now. We don't want to let people know that, oh man, this is happening. Am I gonna go to see pick up my daughter on December for Christmas and bring it here to see her for at least 2 weeks and a half? Like, I don't know. I cannot tell you the answer right now because, like I said, I don't even have the money to fix the tires or fix that. All of the things are happening on a flat line like that. And sometimes I'm even was, looking for a job or looking for something that, I can actually do more gigs and find out what I can do. This is why I talked about authenticity. This is something that we actually gotta let it out. We actually gotta talk to each other about this. Because if we don't, it's gonna hurt you in the mind and in the heart and the mind, body, soul, and spirit. And the more it hurts you, the more you think that you don't have nobody to talk to, that you think that it's only you that you're talking to yourself, and that God and that you're talking to God. You still need somebody to let this, to relieve out everything. Have somebody sit down and talk to and let it out. Even if you have to cry, let everything out and let talk from ABC. This is what I'm going through, and this is what is happening. And the last thing about it, not the last thing, but what God is telling me is like, what you gonna do about it? I hope that at this moment, at this video, I don't know if it's like 6-8 minutes, that you ask yourself that question. We might be not like mental health be crisscrossing ourselves, and we might be hurt in our spirit. But what you gonna do about it? What is it that you do gonna do? Let me get back to it. What is it that you gonna do about it? Are you gonna ask for help? Are you gonna quit? Are you gonna give up on your dreams? Are you gonna give up on that career, on that new job, on your new girlfriend, on your new wife? Are you gonna give up? Are you gonna quit? Because this is how I feel this way right now. I feel like I'm tumbling and tumbling. I love that Panorama Brand Studio is growing, and we're getting into a point that is consistently having clients here and there. And like I said, we're living paycheck to paycheck and paying the bills. That's a totally blessing. And we get into a time that we're understanding more of the next level of offers for Panorama Brand Studio, because we have a coach and he's our client. Shout out to Evan Andrews. And it's amazing. It feels good and great. But guess what? It's not there yet. Guess what? I'm in that moment of time that yes, I'm pushing and getting trying not as much as I should. That's what when I say, what you gonna do about it? I should be pushing myself more and be like, all right, I know the offer, I know how to work. The case study is done. It was a case study for one of our clients, that is Andrew Evans. That is that one is coaching us for the offer is ready. Let me push that offer more to the people that I need to go out there and that they are basically more ready than readiness to start their own podcast show network. And I know I can. But like I said, I'll be authentic. I'm gonna mention authenticity in this whole podcast, man, in this whole episode, because We need authenticity in our lives. You need to be authentic in your life. You need to ask for help. You need to sit down and talk to your mom, to your dad, to your best friend, and be like, this is how I feel right now. Do you have some time to just listen to me? I want to listen to you. That's why God gave us 2 ears to listen, then talk and ask for our opinions. Man, a life is tough. Nobody said it was gonna be easy having being an entrepreneur, business owner, having a job, side hustles, you having kids, family, inflation going up, a lot of things in the world that is happening from left to right, and you trying to like comfort yourself in all the ways and be like, what do I do? What do I do? I mean, I'm doing good here, but then I'm doing bad here. I'm doing super good here, but I'm in the middle here. And that's gonna be affecting all of us. Like I said, you must be the richest person of the richest person, but somehow you're going through something. Either it's mental, either it's with your wife, doesn't matter. A lot of us as human beings, we going through a lot of things from the rich to the middle to the poor, if there's even a middle. We are gonna go through a lot of things. But what are we gonna do about it? That's what I'm asking myself, guys, and being here authentic to you. And this is what I'm struggling right now. Not really struggling, but it's hitting in my mind, body, soul, and spirit that is killing me from the inside. That it's just, and that's why I going to church myself now. I go to it and listen to the message and pray and let out all my I even cry when I'm out there, the spirit crying because it needs to. That's why I want to say you got to let it out. But there's other things that I have to do. There's other things that I have to sit down and be like, man, I really do got to talk to, maybe sit down and talk to my mom. Maybe sit down and have a couple of other talks with somebody else. If you're going through something right now, I know that a lot of you that are watching this video right now, you're going through something, but you don't want to be that person to be like, oh, I'm good. I feel good. I'm well. I say it when people they ask me, how are you doing? I'm gonna let them know because I do feel good. I go work out. I'm missing around 1.5 weeks of working out. I need to get back to it. I got back to it right now, like my habits. But there's other habits that I truly need to work on that I don't like, and I still getting them. And that's me. That's me. That I gotta work on that. But if you out there and you having the same problems or some problems that they're consistently happening, you think that they're just gonna just disappear? No, man, you're just like adding more baggage to your back and more, and it's just pressing you and pressing you and pressing you until you gonna go kaboom, blow up, and you don't want to get to that point. You don't want to get to the point where the baggage is too heavy. You do not want to get to the point where the baggage is too heavy and then you just don't know what to do. And those are the times where, man, either you start drinking, over drinking, or you go on the route of not only drinking, but doing drugs and drinking, or just drugs. And then you go on the things that you're sleeping late, or you going out there and just don't care about yourself because you're like, oh man, nothing is happening. God is not doing anything for me. You do not want to get into that point at all. So when there's a point of view that you feel that the baggage it's a little bit heavier, stop, pray, and realize that you need help, and realize that you need to ask for help. You cannot not ask for help. Who cares about what other people think about you or what they're gonna say because you're gonna ask for help? Do you want the baggage to be so heavy? Do you want to get into that route of drinking and getting your life to that negativity while you might have a family, while you might have kids, and your kids look up to you as a father, and they're looking you and you know that they're looking at you as a father, as a human being, and you're not doing the things right because you're hurt. You're hurting in your life. You're hurting on your mind, soul, mind, body, soul, and spirit. But you do not want to ask for help. You need to ask for help. You need to go far and beyond and ask for help. Sit down, ask for it, man. Even if a lot of people think that you're crazy and they say no, they don't want to sit down and listen to you, they're going through a lot of problems as well. That's why they might be like, I don't want to listen to his problem. I have problems, but this is the best way. Let's sit down. I want to listen and give you my opinions of what you're going through as you listen to me, and I can give you my opinions to you so you can let it out. And like I said just a few minutes ago, if we need to cry and relax, do it. You need to let all of those stuffs out. Sometimes you even need to sit down and do a video just like this and be authentic. And even if you don't want to post it, I'm fine because I'm going to post it. I'm gonna put it on YouTube. This is another episode of the power of community with your boy the real Jesus Ortiz. I'm not gonna hear and say, "Oh, I can't post it. People know what I'm going through." No, people gotta know what you're going through because there's somebody else that might be going through the same situation as you, and they're listening and they're like, "Man, he's telling himself like myself. What am I gonna do about it?" The same with you. What are you gonna do about it? And there's all aspects of life of asking that question. What am I going to do about it? Do I need to go look for another job? Do I need to look for more gigs? Where do I go left or that's where my mind is right now. I'm like, I don't really want to go out there and look for another job where I know this is growing and I know it's getting to the right direction, but it's going to take time and effort. And when you don't have another income that is paying your bills, that is just this, that is just paying your bills, and then you're living paycheck to paycheck. But I know that it's growing and we're learning and we're getting to the next level by getting coached the right way. But again, it takes time to build a business. We're about to be in the third year. And like I said, I've been authentic to you guys. What is going on in my life? That's how I feel that like I need to be going out. I don't even know what to say because I need that help right now. I need like what I'm saying, sit down and talk. I need to sit down and actually talk to somebody, even if it's my mom and then a couple of other friends. This is the time I'm gonna do this. I gotta and going to church that helps me out a lot. Even in church, sit down and talk to them. This is the way you feel. How can you help me? I'm not here to tell you to help me with money, none of that. How can you help me on my mind, body, soul, and spirit? This is the way I'm going through. This is the way I'm at right now. What is your opinion? And that's it. Just listen. Just listen, because like what I just said, when the tough gets tough, it's gonna get easier. But it's up to you how you want that easy to come to you. And sometimes even God says, man, I don't know if God says this, but you know what? When all of these memes and everything gets tougher and tougher, and then at that moment where I'm putting myself in, I'm not quitting, but I'm like, man, let me get this job or let me get this. And then I take a little bit more effort of time of panorama. And then something probably big's come, but I'm out there. It's like that diamond. But these are the things that you have to be real to. Because whoever is your business partner, or if it is you, your business by yourself, and you got a small team and these things are happening, you got to pivot on this way. You got to see it on the real eyes and being like, I need this. If I need to go and have a part-time or talk to somebody, this is what I do the best. This is what I can help you in your business. And you getting, somehow some income in there and it's helping you a couple of bills, but you're still making it happen on your business, or you're an entrepreneur in the business, just like myself. Then you got to make that happen. That's where I'm in but maybe I'm answering my questions right now. Who knows? That's why this video is sitting down and exploiting how you feel and letting all this out to see how am I gonna help somebody out there that is going through the same situation, or maybe even worse or less, or something that they might grab from this podcast today and be like, I need to take action. I know how he feels. I know that. Let me reach out. Put a comment and be like, let me reach out to you. Let me talk to you. Let me help you. I might want to put some. If you're here in Houston, Texas, let me take you out for a coffee. Let's go. Let's go. And we can just chit chat and you can know more of me, of the real Jesus Ortiz. So you got to see it through the lenses of the real life. Sometimes we're like, there's a lot of aspects of life. There's people that they have a job and they have their business, but the job is paying the income. The job is paying the bills. So that's good. That's why if I were to go back in time and people have asked me, will you go back in time and start a business? I know that this business we co-founded, me and Miguel, but now I'm an entrepreneur. He's taking the whole business and it's on its own on itself. I'm still the co-founder, but I'm more of the entrepreneur on it. I won't start a business. I think nowadays, I think I will look for a business that is already running and it's already making cash flow, and whatever I know and my influences that I can actually apply for it and buy that business. Then start a business, unless you do have the passion. And even though you have the passion, you still got to work hard and work smart, then go for it. But remember, it's going to be tough. You might want to quit in the 6, 7 month, and you be like, damn, I should have just started a business. That's why when I say open your, like, the real eyes, the authenticity, it's the I don't want to call it a balance. It's that table that you're like, man, so it's for some people it work, for some people it doesn't, for some people are in the middle. So it's depending. There's different kinds of answers. Like myself, I'm in this where I don't have a real job. I'm all in here, so I just have this one income that's paying out the bills, but it's just paycheck to paycheck. And I know it's going to get better. But I have a daughter. I have bills to pay. I have other things fixing the car that I can. Am I going to be able to go pick her up for December? All of these things are playing a role in my mind and my mental health. And the more I pray, yes, it helps. But I'm actually asking myself, yes, what am I gonna do about it? Because that's what is God asking me. What am I? Do I need to really to take this pivot? I'm not leaving Panorama because I know what we're doing is growing. We're building this as an empire and it will grow. I know that for sure. But in the true real eyes, you have to see like, damn, on you, because you might have a family of 3 or 4 or 5 and your wife and you have a home. I'm right now living with my parents. That's something else that I want to have my own place. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to have a stabilization of financial and mind, body, soul, and spirit, even though I'm a student of the game for life. But I'm working on all of those things right now. I'm 39. There's a lot of things that, I have to work on all of those stuff. It's consistently, and it's a process. I know it, but it mentally it hurts me out. It hurts me, because I feel bad. Like, how can I'm 39 and I don't have a place and I'm always being broke because I'm always just paycheck to paycheck, but I'm doing what I need to be doing. Sometimes, and I'm being real. That's why I'm saying you have to be real about what you're going through. Man, a couple of months ago, I lost my car. I can go in this and another story, but like I'm saying, I'm not afraid to tell the truth about this, even though past of my life, I used to be just lies and lies and lies and lies to me and lies to others. For what? When you tell the truth and you're being authentic, it feels good. It feels good on your heart, on your mind, body, soul, and spirit. It feels good. And the more I can tell the truth, there's some of you out there seeing this and be like, man, I need to speak out the truth of me, of what I'm going through, or why A, B, C, and D is happening, or I need help on A, B, and C. Like I said, the real, truly eyes, when they're open, it's okay. There's no wrong and right answers. Like I said, some people are doing this all in, no other, just like me, and they're doing fantastic. And I don't blame them. Blessings and more prayers to them, because they're building more jobs for other people and that they're growing their business and they're making an outstanding, fantastic, what's it called? Building the foundation of their business so they can have more jobs for other people. And then that's when us see that and we're like, man, I'm doing this and I'm all in. But guess what? Sometimes it's not that we are all in, but what are we doing about it? Because I know that we do have to work hard and smart, but we have to strategize correctly, right, and run the day so the day won't run us. You hear that? We have to run the day, because if we don't run the day is gonna run us. So we have to prepare and strategize on the hours, because it's not, oh, I'm busy. Nah, that's the wrong busy. We gotta take that word out of the dictionary. Be like, I'm gonna be productive, because there's a lot of people, like I said, there are no wrong and right answers. Some people are working 4 hours productive and they're killing it. And some people 8 or 12 or 18 and they're killing it. And then on the other side, some are working 4, 8, 12, 18 and they suck at it. Those hours, and I'm including myself, because I know that that's happening to me. Sometimes it might be both ways. Sometimes you're using those hours and you're being productive and things are happening good. But sometimes it's the way. You're like 3, 4 hours, and then I sit down and I'm like, damn, I feel like I didn't do nothing. Like it was unproductive. And that's bad. And I know that like I said, there's no right or wrong answers, because sometimes that's gonna happen, but you don't want that to happen. And that's where you have to sit down and see the bigger picture and strategize. I don't want that to happen. If it's repeating and happening, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Let's sit down and talk about why is that happening. Why are those 4 or 5 hours again? They're being not being productive, and they're being unproductive, and things are not happening the way you want them to happen. But guess what? And then it's hurting you the most. Plus, you already got your mindset with all of these other things, and then plus this, it just adds up. And I go back to the baggage. You do not, and I'm putting myself in it. You do not want to have that baggage heavier and heavier at any time that it explodes. You don't want that. You don't want the baggage to explode, because that's gonna be a route that you don't want to go. And I know a lot of you are almost there. I'm not. And I don't want to. And like I said, that's what I say. There's no right or wrong answer. So if there's somebody out there that you're in a position like, damn, Jesus, I'm almost the same way, man. Something's wrong with my car. I don't have the no money to get, presents for my kids for December and this and that. I'm actually, running a business with my partner, and I'm looking to pivot. Pivot, you got to pivot no matter what. I'm looking to pivot. I don't know if, actually find a couple of business and do some gigs for them that's like a consistently gigs for some of them, or just look for a job, and maybe it can be a part-time or a full-time job that it's something that you're already doing, that you're good at. And I'm gonna have to go out there and do it, but I don't want to. And those are the things that I'm sitting down and asking me, like, it's not that I don't want to. Like I said, I don't have a problem with it. But there's a time that I was looking for it. You can even ask Miguel, even himself. We were applying on Indeed. And I even went to the places without having a car, because at that time my car got repo. And I was borrowing my brother's car and going and applying and going to this. And I'm like, hey, man, I did the application. I know I came back, and I just want to make sure that I'm still in. And you're asking them the question, because I'm like, man, time is an asset. Your life is an asset. Time is an asset. So I'm like, come on, man. They say they need it. You have to wait. There's a lot of people already applied for this position. But I'm like, I'm showing up. Have anybody showed up? They're being calling you. I'm showing up without not having a car. And I didn't even know what I was going to do. See what I'm saying? I don't have a car. Imagine if they would have given me the job. I would have had to find a way. I know Uber. I don't have any money. I have to find a way. Maybe borrow a car. Somebody give me a ride, and I don't know, just do probably some free videos for them, because I couldn't probably pay them. You have to be like, at those moments when those happen, you have to be creative and just blast them and do it. It is what it is. And it never happened. I did all this application, and like I said, I called a lot of them, the ones that I couldn't go because they were too far. My brother, I couldn't put gas, so I didn't go. The closer ones I did, I repeatedly went and called, and I never got the job. And guess what? And Panorama, couple of jobs came in, and I came in and did what I had to do here with Panorama Brand Studio. And I didn't have to go and apply for it till this time. I didn't have to go apply because I was getting money to Panorama Brand Studio, and it's okay. I was still broke. But I was paying out the bills, and I had a little bit left that it was just for me. Maybe, go out here and there to the movies, but just minimum. But those are the things that I myself, I'm going towards my head. I'm like, man, I'm 39. I don't want to be 45, or 50 and being in the same position. I can't do that. So that's why God is telling me, what are you going to do about it? And the things that I got to do about it is that. Maybe I do have to sit down and talk to a couple of people. And maybe even in the church, talk to maybe a couple of, stay there and be like, hey, man, I need some talk. Even if he's there, or they give me some time for a coffee or whatever it is. And from there to see their opinions. And even my mom, like, what is your opinion? I just want to know, because my opinion is this and that. But if you're telling me that I can do, like, I really need to push that to do this, let me do that because time is an asset. And I'm just, if you wait, then nothing's going to happen if I'm just waiting and I'm just sitting down and not being productive. And then, like I said, you're not being productive, you're being unproductive, and all of the other things on your mental health is going to affect you. They're going to hurt you, man. And you don't want to be hurt. You don't. You want to live a life of prosperity, abundancy, wisdom, of being happy, smiling, and being, just out there living your life. Like, That's what I'm doing now. Realizing that I just want to live my life. I smile when I wake up. I'm thankful and grateful that God woke me up and gave me another life, another shot of life, that I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, that I know I got all these problems and struggles and things, but they're not gonna stay because I won't let them stay. And I'm not gonna let the package be over and over ahead and getting heavy and heavy that it explodes. That then I'm won't don't know what to do. I don't. I don't want to get to those points. I don't at all. So that's why I wanted to do this authenticity video today, guys. Just coming in and letting you know, be authentic to yourself, be authentic to you, let it out, talk to somebody, cry it out. You go to church, talk to somebody in the church. You are in a situation like myself, like I was just saying today. Figure out the pivots of what you gotta do. You have a business partner, talk to him as well. You don't, talk to yourself, talk to your mom. Like I said, find the ways. Even if it gets to the time that you're talking to everybody and you need more help, there's therapy, there's all of this stuff. You need to do it. Who once again, who cares about what other people might think about you? Why are you doing that? They don't know what you're going through. They don't. They have their own problems, their own struggles, their own baggage, that they think you're crazy and you think they're crazy and they think you're crazy and everybody's crazy in here. But hey, be authentic to yourself. Start playing that role in you to believe more in you than anybody else, because when other people believe in you more, that makes you even happier. I know that because it makes me happy when somebody out there says, Jesus, I believe in you. You can make this happen. No matter what you're going through, you got this. Boom. Just with those words, damn, it feels good. Like, I gotta go. I gotta keep on going. I ain't quitting. I just had to find a way. But that's just a one-time thing that somebody might say. What about the next day? What about the next day? What about the next day? I know we're living on day to day, and you have to worry about the day that you're living today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. That day you gotta live and you gotta make things happen on that day. From the good to the worst, from the worst to the good, it's up to you. And if you have God with you and your spirit is right and you're aligning right, things are gonna start happening correctly. But still, you seeing them in the right. And like I said, I'm going back to, even though the things are aligning correctly and right, there's still things that they're not there right yet, but it's a process. Because everything is patience, but you still gotta execute. You heard that right, right? Yes, have patience, but still execute on the things that you need to be executing. Even though you feel that you cannot do them, you don't want to do them, execute them. Make those days productive. You run the day, not the day run you. Remember that. You run the days don't run you. Don't make that happen. And I go back to being that authentic. Let it out. But Jesus, yes, I know it. I'm going through it. And I know I have to be so authentic to myself and more to with myself and God, because I believe in God and I'm going to my alignments right now. They're not there yet, but they're out there, and it's a process. And even when I still get aligned to them, it's still gonna be a longer process. But the more you align yourself within you and you start believing more in you, your mind, body, soul, and spirit, and do more of the things that you love doing, you, not what anybody else wants you to do or not what you seeing everybody in social media doing. No, you do what makes you good, that makes you smile, that makes you happy. Whenever you feel down and you just feel like you're gonna throw negative at somebody, and you're like, man, I love reading, and that's what makes me gonna put another read. Do that. Man, I love walking, even if it's 5 minutes. Do that. Man, you know what? I love hooping and throwing some basketball. Do that. I love going to myself and drink a coffee. Do that. Do you hear me? I just gave you a couple of examples. But if that's you, and when you feel, doesn't matter what kind of way, but you know what makes you happy, what makes you, your authenticity of you, make sure you do more of that. It doesn't have to be the whole that day, because I was like, man, I'm gonna do more of this. No. Maybe a Monday I'm doing this and this and this, but I'm doing more of those three things. Maybe the next day I'm doing the two things, more of that, and maybe some days I'm me doing just one thing of more of that. But you're feeling great, but you're feeling good within here, even though you're not in the position that you want to be. And I know It's tough. It's hard. But what you gonna do about it? I know I'm repeating that. What you gonna do about it? Be authentic. Be you. Find the ways. Don't quit. Make sure. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going through this stuff myself with you guys. So I know that I want to do so many things about it. But I'm aligning myself. I'm aligning through what God wants me to do on my purposes. So I know the things that I'm going and I'm gonna do this, guys. I'm gonna do another. Maybe the next video I do, who knows, maybe I'll do another second part of this and let you know, hey guys, this is what I actually, it might be shorter, this is what I did, this is what is working, this is what is not working. So just comment below if you're going through all of these things that I'm talking about, and you already finding a way that is helping you, or that you did something already from A, B, and C. Comment below, because I can probably get some other things and be like, man, I can use that for myself. Or maybe somebody else in the page can be look at that and be like, I needed that as well, and that can help me. Let me take that little piece and execute. That's what I'm saying. Let me take that little piece and execute. Or maybe you take that little piece and look at it and be like, this is what I actually needed, and I'm looking at this video and it's helping me go through. And it doesn't have to be my video. It's other videos out there. But coming to the end of this episode of this podcast today, of talking more about authenticity. Don't be afraid. Talked about the truth. Truth. Let the truth come out. The truth come out here. All the wisdom that is coming out from you is God telling you to say it. Like I'm saying all of these things to you guys in this episode because I wanted to say them. I actually I wanted to say in my mind. I wanted to say other things. Yes, pretty much what I said today. That's what I wanted to say, but it was differently what I wanted to say it. But it's how God, He gave me the wisdom to say it, and opening up my eyes, opening up your eyes that there's right answers, there's wrong answers, there's in the middle. A lot of people are going through A, B, C, and D. Some starting this way, some starting that way. Some are working for them, some are not, some are this. Sometimes you might have to go out a little bit of reverse and be like this, ask for help. All of these things, we got to go through it and figure out on your own, not meaning on your own, but on you, on your own self, to be like, I'm in this position in me, and I need to do this and this to see how it works. And then see which ones of those that you're trying to do truly work. And then, whoop, erase the other ones and do more of those, because those are the ones that are truly working. You got to keep on doing that the most. So thank you guys. And I'm very thankful and blessed for that y'all here with me and listening to the real Jesus Ortiz and his podcast, The Power of Community. Here soon, like I said, I'm making a list of the people that I'm going to start bringing in. I'm going to start actually interviewing people here on the Power of Community with your boy, the real Jesus Ortiz. And that's what it's called, the Power of Community, because I want to bring a segment of every community. I want to sit somebody there that is starting a business, that they're barely running and stuff, or somebody that's in the middle, somebody that's already making a lot of money, 7-8 figures, or somebody that has a nonprofit, somebody that doesn't even have a business, but they want to try to build a community. That's why I wanted to call it the Power of Community, so you can learn from A, B, C, or D. It doesn't have to be a business owner, an entrepreneur, somebody that works, somebody just does side hustle, boat. So they have a job and they have a business and they don't want to leave the job, even though they're making a lot of money now in their business, but they love their job and they have boat and they're happy with that. Who cares? But they're happy with that. That's what I'm going to bring all of these things to you guys. And there's other things, like I said, that are aligning with. I didn't talk anything about the youth and the things that I'm doing with the youth and serving the church with the youth. I'm actually going to create something like the Power of Community, but now it's going to be just for the kids, just that Instagram and YouTube is just going to be basically for kids, parenting. I'm in the works on seeing the names and everything, anything that I've been doing for the kids, and having now that's more, having podcasts with the kids and learning more from there, learning from their mindset, what they're going through, and then maybe having some of the parents as well, and all of the thing, everything that has to do with youth and helping them, mold themselves. Let's go. That's what something that God is aligning me to do. I was doing that before, and then I stopped there because life happens, and life is always gonna happen. But you have to start here. If you can prepare yourself in your mind, prepare your mind, body, soul, and spirit, train it every day, even if it's 5-10 minutes, and say, well, this can happen, this can happen. Am I going to panic? No, don't panic. See the bigger picture. Ask the questions. What can we do now? I don't have any money. Who can we ask for this? I can't do this right now. This is panicking. Do I got to call the family so we can do this and that? Instead of, damn, and then you panic, you get your blood pressure up too high. Maybe you can have a heart attack yourself and die at that moment. Who knows? I'm just throwing the authenticity, the reality that it can happen. But when you just don't panic, and say, okay, hold on, let's not all panic and let's not all get crazy. Let's ask the real questions of what we can do about it right now. Thank you once again, guys. Love you and bless you. And I'll see you in the next episode. Your boy, the real Jesus Ortiz from the Power Up Community, is out. Blessings.